Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we are doing a recap review of the Real Housewives of New York City. That's right, guys, we're reviewing season 8, episode 2 of the Real Housewives of the NYC. All right, the title of this particular episode is called An Intimate Affair or Intimate Affair. Okay, giving you a little background. Bethany prepares for her barbecue birthday bash to be held at her Hamptons home. Also, Luann and Sonia bond. Dorinda Dorinda visits Ramona's revamped apartment, and Dorinda throws a lingerie party, which is marked by a confrontation and a shocking revelation. Okay, that's where we are. This episode aired on April 13th, 2016. Bravo being the host. Okay, let's get on into it. First, the first setting or the clip goes to Jules. Jules is at her apartment making breakfast for her husband, Mike. He comes down, sees his plate, and he's dashing all into it. But, of course, Jules have to get the kids ready for school. And they're always an hour behind their time. So that means, I guess, the kids get to school an hour late. You know, what Jules says, they paying for it. They don't care. Probably not doing anything the first half anyway. Is that a good parenting thing? I don't think so. But at this point, it's New York City. You're either going to survive or you're going to live how or learn how to survive. So anyway, Bethany is in a jewelry shop. We have left Jules okay. Her husband took the son to school and she took the little girl to school. So Bethany stepping out more so for her birthday affair. She's giving herself an early birthday present. So I don't know if she got the company to open up just for her because they knew she was going to drop a cute coin in their establishment. And it was just her and her friend she invited, which was Dorinda as well as Jules. And you know, Jules already running late, so she's going to come in very fashionably late. But anyway, her friends at the jewelry store know she's a good customer, good clientele, so they're going to let her in. Let her showcase herself to see what she wants, what tickles her fancy. And sooner or later, Dorinda comes in. And they're just, chitting, chatting, catching up on things. She's looking at some of the jewelry to see maybe what she can seem to probably purchase for herself. Who knows? Anyway, she's still talking about having a tailgated party up in the Hamptons. Where they do that at? Tailgate up in the Hamptons? Nah, more like tea and crumpets. But anyway, or spending time at the beach and sunning up and playing a little golf here and there. You know where I'm going with it. And the elaborate barbecue spread that I'm sure they'll be partaking of too as well. But anyway, Bethany is, just talking with Dorinda, and I don't know where Dorinda gets on the boat talking about Nair and that hair removal stuff that women use on their legs, of course, and sometimes they use it in their vagina area to get the bikini looking right on them, and no hairs, trying to show in between here and there. But she goes to say she nairs her boyfriend his back. And I'm like, what? And even Bethany was looking like, what? Where you do that at? He can't go to a masseuse or somebody, in that field to get him to do that. Why are you doing that to him anyway? So it was like an irky moment for Bethany. But yeah, she says she nares her boyfriend's back. So go figure. Then we go on to Sonia and Luann. Luann is over Sonia's house. She's going to get her little chit chat on, visiting and everything. And somehow they get to talking about Carol and Adam. And Sonia is somehow doing a ritual in her house, which I only thought, and maybe just me being stereotypical, I thought only black people and Haitians pretty much use sage to ward off evil spirits or blessing the home, getting rid of demons or bad energy. But she says she makes a practice of it, and of course, Luann is looking at her like she's crazy or whatever. But anyway, they go on and chit chat here and there, and basically just gossiping pretty much. It was a boring scene, so we move on to commercial. And when we come back from commercial, we're on Dorinda and Ramona. And Dorinda is visiting and calling herself having lunch with Ramona. And of course, Ramona, as she lets her into her cute apartment, she goes on to say, honey, I took down the drapes and everything so the sunlight will be able to come in and, reflect in the apartment and make it such a, I guess a toasty feel. I have no idea, who does that anyway, because you're going to have to put them back up because New York is kind of shady with their particular weather. So you just never know. But anyway, that was her way of saying if it's too bright or whatnot, that's because she took down her linen from the windows and stuff. And it's hot as heck. It's hot as heck up in there. So somehow Ramona feels it was a bad idea to do that, but she did it anyway, and so they're suffering. So basically, Dorinda's talking and they're leaving from the living room to go have lunch together at her little kitchenette part, and the salad looks real nice and stuff. But there's both of them are still talking about going through menopause and it's just so hot up here. More likely it was just Dorinda talking all that stuff. But anyway, Ramona's trying to, make everything comfortable. Then she gets kind of hot and overwhelmed herself. And she goes on and try to adjust the air conditioner unit. And they both find themselves sitting on top of the air conditioner venting system where they're getting more air to flow through because both of them are just hot tamales. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how they do it. They just ate a little of their salad or whatnot, and then, the scene moved off of them. The scene goes to Carol and Bethany. And they're both are meeting at a restaurant for dinner. And they're talking about Adam, Carol's boyfriend. Carol expressing Adam wants kids. She don't know what she really feel about that. She got a 5-year plan. I don't know what that means at her age because she's probably in her 50s, maybe maybe late 40s, and she's trying to hurry up and get kids in the midst, or maybe not, who knows. Then they're going on talking about Bethany and Luann and them being BFFs and them not pretty much being BFFs anymore, and it's just strange because Carol is mad at Luann and talking about who's sleeping with who. Bethany, is saying Luann is a bit out of control. She says Luann is a bit of a control freak. And I'm like, who's telling truth? Because all the women have strong personalities, especially Luann, especially Bethany. Don't forget Dorinda. She's like the mother hen of everything, where she'll get you cussed out and together quick, fast, in a hurry, and won't waste no time doing it. Okay? Don't want to step to her if you, want to keep your head intact. And, Carol was just saying Luann holds grudges. So, I mean, maybe she do. I don't know. But we go on to a commercial and we come back and we're at the cleaners pretty much. Dorinda and John. Or, he's greeting his girlfriend when she comes into his establishment, or the establishment he's pretty much managing. Because this is my first time going over and reviewing the Real Housewives of New York City. So I'm getting pretty familiar with the cast and the goings and comings, and hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job. But anyway, Dorinda goes into a place that he's overseeing called Madame Paulette. So at first I thought it was a clothing apparel shop, but then as they got to going along and I'm looking around and stuff of that nature, it's just like, okay, this is a upstairs, because I'm living down south and our cleaners are not like that. But in New York, I guess everything is kind of compact and almost looking like you're going into a lot or loft or type of suite or something. So that kind of threw me for a loop, or a boutique in a sense. So when it was saying, cleaning your fine linens and wedding dresses and all like that. Oh, okay, it's a cute little cleaners. All right, I ain't never seen that before, but okay, we can do what we make it do what it do. And anyway, I'm thinking maybe a manager. Who knows? But anyway, she goes in there to get her cleaning because she's basically is going out to an event with the girls and she wants to look all pretty and stuff. So, I guess she couldn't afford no outfit at the time, or she just had so many nice clothes she didn't want to go through that particular drama. So I understand what you're saying. I know, I see you. I'm peeping game. Okay, save a little money here, spend a little money there. Okay. So we move from that scene. Well, before we move from that scene, to me, it kind of feels like John is a little obsessive, a little bit controlling because, he's asking her this and the third, where she going to be, who she going to be with, how long going to be. Then he just inserting himself into the situation, talking about, okay, but so I can come up there at certain time, right? Okay, because y'all should be doing it. We can do a little something after that. Then, Dorinda's like, okay, I wasn't expecting her to do nothing like that, but yeah, I guess we can have a late dinner, maybe go for some drinks, But let me see how things, flow, and I'll give you a call. But, he was just out, too gangster. Like like he had nothing to do. Like he had no boys to get with. Whew, he needs to, right now I'm just picturing him and trying to set him up in my mind. He need to have some more men friends. He need to have some days he's bond and have bonding time with his men. Because it just seems like he's just a little bit too over the top and want to be with Dorinda all the time. It don't seem like Dorinda needs no help or no company like that. I mean, she's trying to get rid of her, I think 18-year-old daughter, trying to get her out of the house. And, he's trying to move it. Oh, it's too much, too fast. So Dorinda peep game, honey. Don't be keeping up. Don't be having no house people. But anyway, we go on to the next scene with Ramona. Ramona's calling Bethany to wish her a happy birthday. She's talking to Bethany about going to the bra party or the engagement that Dorinda is throwing. And then she was having, talking about, should she address Dorinda about what she had overheard her boyfriend John saying, that he's gonna have some good sex tonight because he's gonna take a whole handful of Viagra or some Viagra, and he's gonna be sexing her all night long or at least 6 hours. Who knows? Little short man, I don't know about that. Short men bring short things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. And who knows if Dorinda want to be in that kind of mood to be doing those kinds of things with him? I mean, come on now. But anyway, she just thought it was inappropriate of the time that he brought it up and the people that were around when he was talking about her in an intimate, raunchy type way. Like, that's not something they want to be, listening to. They certainly didn't want to be, in the midst of them, her friend talking about what he gonna do to their friend in bed and stuff. It was inappropriate. So I'm like, ugh. But anyway, we move on from that scene. We go to Dorinda. Dorinda is the first one to make it to her party. But if you're hosting a party, boo, you're supposed to be there early, okay? You're supposed to make sure everything's set up. Everybody's got what they're supposed to say they will bring you for the event. Checking the food, checking the wine or the drinks, and just making sure everything is comfortable and appealing. So when the guests do arrive, we can just go on and mingle for a little bit, eat a little bit, and then start on into the occasion with what brought you there, which was to try on bras, which, I never heard of such a thing. I mean, I've heard of lingerie party, but not bras, I don't know. Maybe they do things different up north than what they do in the south. Who knows? But anyway, it was a change of scenery and it was a different type of get together. So I guess I don't know, because I ain't too happy into shopping for underwear. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a special moment, occasion, I'm doing something with it. Then I ain't gonna be in it, but not even 5 minutes. But it is what it is. But anyway. They had a bra party there. Everybody set up. Sabrina, one of John's friends, is there. I mean, really, about somebody so she can do play-by-play with John, tell her everything you were doing and saying at the party. Were y'all talking about other men? See, I don't like that. Unless I met her first and we done did some things, together, and I know she's not gonna go back and be talking to him about different things. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have spectators and people going back hating on you and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know, but maybe Dorinda got it under control. Maybe Sabrina will keep her trap shut, because, I could see her going back with all the incident that happened. She'll go back trying to fill John in on the goings and comments of how things ended up the way they were prior to him getting there. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up. But anyway, Uh, Jules shows up, then Ramona shows up, then Bethany shows up, and then they're all looking at bras, and then Carol comes in there fashionably late as always. I expected Jules to be late, but hell, she was the first one after Dorinda got there. So okay, it was a good event. Everybody, we're going around. Of course, Jules and who was the other one? Is it Carol? I don't know if Carol's a skinnier one too. But you had two skinny women there, and I'm like, oh, they're still training bras or whatnot. But I know Jules is definitely one that's real tall, real model looking, and she just straight up down like a pencil. But anyway, she's a pretty woman though. But yes, Jules and Carol, they're the skinny ones. And anyway, we go to Carol. Don't want to be around Luann because she feels Luann is kind of bossy, and if you don't, I guess, jump when she tell you to jump, how high and all this and the third, she has some type of feelings toward it. So Luann is, what do you call it? Want to be all of that, and wants to be the head chief or honcho. Just stop. Sometimes you just gotta stay in your lane and work your lane. But I didn't get that impression too much from Luann. I get it from Dorinda, cause she gonna set you straight now. But I guess it has to be if you're messing with Ramona at the time. I mean Luann at the time. She'll come for you. But anyway, Ramona starts the fussing with Carol. All right, and personally, I think Ramona is drunk. She don't have too many drinks. And Carol says Ramona, she talks too much. Dorinda is trying to stop the fussing and fighting and goings and comings, and then Bethany goes in on Dorinda about John, saying, you seem like you're just trying to force John down our throat because Carol got something to tell you about it. No, I'm sorry. Ramona got something to tell you about what she heard, what she experienced about your man. I don't know why you try to throw John down our throats. If you like him, fine, we cool. But you ain't got to bring him around us all the time and try to sell him to us because, that's your thing. But, Dorinda is mad at Ramona, which she should be mad at Bethany and Ramona because they both were coming for her about her man named John. And I'm like, okay, if you come for somebody man, you come for somebody family member, you come for somebody money, yeah, you might get cut. And you can do some cutting with your mouth and your words as well. But anyway, Dorinda took it more personal because she's known Ramona longer. So, she want to figure out what Ramona's talking about because Beth and I are jumping down her throat trying to tell her this, that, and the other. So, she's like, okay, fine, I'm going to get back with you in a minute. But let me go on over here to this woman I don't know over 20-something years, see what she trying to spill tea on. So, Ramona gives the blow-by-blow play like she was trying to tell Bethany over the phone when she had called her earlier that day and wishing her a happy birthday and all this and third. And she looking at Ramona like, this is not appropriate. This is not something you bring up amongst all these other women that I'm cool with. But they don't know my most personal secrets that I may tell to only certain people. And you just exposed all this tea and you done told Bethany all my business and this, that, and the other. And I just feel violated. I feel violated. So she just really started going in hard. And I mean hard. If words could fight with fists and hands, honey, let's just say Ramona would have two black eyes and a broke nose and a broke arm properly. But if the walls could talk, after, they got finished taping, I would love to have been a fly on the wall because I know Dorinda was cussing folks out, taking names, checking people, and all of this and the third. But, it is what it is. But she just really got hard on Ramona. And to me, she just should have got hard on Bethany for expressing her opinion, which really wasn't warranted. Because if she wanted to really have a conversation with her, it should have been not at no bra party. It should have been maybe an intimate setting where it can roll some on camera, some off camera. But they can get the gist to you. And it should have been in two different occasions. You could have had a conversation with just you and Bethany talking about how she felt about how you were trying to shove your boyfriend or new boyfriend down the throat. And then you could have a sidebar with Ramona. Or you could have got a telephone conversation, or go out and eat or whatever. But the whole gist of the matter is that you know, they said Ramona talked too much. So I don't know if it's a sense that she run her mouth too much telling people business, or she just talked too much like a person that just never stops talking. I mean, they just talking. So you just either fall asleep on their behinds, or you just stop them in a abrupt moment and just shut up. You know, I can't take it anymore. Close your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when I'm kind of friends with them. But anyway, that's what we are with conversation. And it just never got good. It never got good, y'all. She never got off really, Ramona. She was just hot, fire, pissing mad. And I understand because she was spilling some personal, private tea that it should have been definitely closed caption and all those good things. But, you know, it just is what it is. It seems like Ramona, you know, loves expressing her opinion. And she loves talking about other people. And, you know, at the point of time, Dorinda is the one that they're addressing with all their issues with her. So, whew, if somebody got to do it, I guess you might well do it with your group of friends from New York, huh? But anyway, we go to a commercial. We come back. Dorinda is still upset with Ramona. She was saying, discussing her sex life is totally different. But Bethany said something more meaningful, but something she could deal with in the midst of them being in a large forum or with, you know, a couple other women around them. Because, you know, that's just like saying, you know, somebody's, you know, not could be beating on you as an example, or they having rough sex. It's just stuff you just don't want everybody to know about. So I could feel her. I could feel her on that. So I'm like 1, 2, 3 punch, knocked out, TKO. I don't know how the relationship is gonna be with these women, but to me it seemed like they all catty. And I'm so surprised on Bethany. She had her own talk show, and she used to do relationships type segments on her show. You just don't do that. And, you know, she used to give advice. And I'm like, I don't understand why she, you know, trying to take it amongst where she's watching millions of fans that watch their show. You know, kind of dogging out her acquaintance, I should say, if she don't really consider her a friend. You know, it's just, you don't treat people that way. You wouldn't want nobody to come, you know, telling your business like that. So it was a real interesting review and recap of the Real Housewives of New York City. It gave me spark, fire, flame. Yes, it did. So I will be renewing it and reviewing it and doing another reviewing on another show. I give it on a scale of 1 to 10, an 8, because it kept my attention. It sure did. So that was my commentary, guys, on the Real Housewives of New York City, episode 2, season 8. And I will be doing the next episode. Just tune in with me. This is your girl, Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we do entertainment, recaps, reviews on reality shows of my choosing. And right now, I am doing the Beverly Hills Housewives. I'm doing New York City. I'm also doing Dallas Housewives as well. So check out my channel. Continue to come back and be blessed with my commentary on reality shows and etc., etc., etc. Please like, comment, share my videos, and tell several of your friends and associates to check out my channel if you like my my commentary, and ask your friends and several of your friends and family members to subscribe to my channel. Also, I have in a link where you can go check out my daughter's channel. She's 25 years old, and she pretty much covers entertainment, celebrity news, as well as some hot topics. And I think she does 2 or 3 reality shows of her choosing as well. So check her out. She's Starr Kraziness. And we have a dual channel we share called SNS, and that's Starr Kraziness. One of the S's, and the other one is Chanel, that's me, and it's called SNS Let's Talk About It. So that's another show you can tune in to and get familiar with both of our shows. And also all the information will be left in the drop down box. So be blessed, take care, and check me out again, and tell your friends and family. Bye.